Hello, 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 and welcome to episode number 14 of Short, Fat, and Balding, a podcast by Armchair Quarterbacks for Armchair Quarterbacks. I am Travis, one of the three hosts who will navigate you through sports debate for the next couple of hours. We also have Nico.
In a fight with gravity and lost.
What did you say?
I got in a fight with gravity and lost.
Oh, okay. James is also here.
Light the fucking alarms, bud.
Oh, for context for people listening, we have been in a group chat since the start of the Rangers game, and he went to go say, he went to go say light it up and
Light the lamp.
light the lamps.
Light the lamps.
Oh, and he said light
He
the
can-
alarms, and now that's going to be an audio cue in this podcast as soon as I can make it. So, yeah, for those interested, the Rangers are fucking buzzing. They're up 5-2 right now. They were up 5-0, but they've had a little bit of a collapse late in the third, but don't care.
Nope, do not care, as long as we walk away with 2.
Correct. Today is our mid-season NFL special, boys. We're halfway through. We're going to check in on our preseason prediction, our Super Bowl picks, and how confident we're feeling in that. Who's impressed us the most, who has disappointed us the most, and so much very more. So stay tuned for all of that on this week's episode of Short, Fat, and Balding. All right, so NFL mid-season special, boys. Are you happy with the 2023 NFL season so far?
No.
Okay, minus your team.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Bengals got to a rough start, but I'm pretty content with the way things have gone. The officiating has been trash.
That happens every
God.
year.
Yeah, it really has.
Until the NFL makes their officials full time, and they spend all year doing nothing but officiating football, it's going to be consistently the same thing.
You know what, though? It pisses me off because there's no accountability for it. So, DeAndre Swift lowers his fucking helmet and gets a $10,000 fine. Sure, whatever. But then you got the asshat that threw the flag on whoever that was it Commanders player was.
Yeah,
Or
I don't know who the guy
tackling
was,
Mac
but
Jones.
yeah.
Like, there's got to be a way to hold them in check. Whether that be giving them fines. I mean, obviously, you're not going to fine them $1 million because they're not making that. Hit them with a grand fine. You know, you fuck up bad 4 or 5 calls in a 2 or 3 week span, pull them from games. I mean, it's one of those things where I think there needs to be some accountability for it.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention that one ref, I can't remember who it was. He was like patting some fucking player on the ass. I don't know if y'all seen that clip going around. But
Yeah, but I mean, I take nothing of that because when it comes to the postseason or a post game, a lot of times they chat, and if you ever watch like NBA games and stuff, like those refs talk to those players like they're best buds.
yeah, but here's the thing: if a player were to touch a ref, they'd throw a flag instantly.
They do the
And
same
that
thing.
player's
in
getting
hockey, man.
fined, lots of games.
Well, it's
They're
one
around
thing to
them
touch
constantly.
a referee in an aggressive way. It's another thing to give him a tap on the ass and like laugh.
Yeah, they're around
I
these guys
just-
constantly, so
Right. I mean, Ed Hochul's been an official for my entire life, and then his son is now an official.
right. And then you've got guys like Wes McCauley. Oh,
Yeah, Wes
Sorry.
Wes McCauley of the NHL.
Yeah.
That's cool.
absolute icon.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
Yeah. So I mean, but outside of
I
that,
don't know.
I think
I just
you're
feel like
making
it
a
needs to
valid
be
point,
like a-
which is that the way they do that is by making the position full time. I mean,
Right.
how can they be mad at officials when they're changing the rules every single fucking year and the only practice they get is the preseason?
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, that's fair, but there's still some things that they get blatantly wrong.
yeah. But there's, I mean, that happens in every league. Look at Angel Hernandez.
Yeah. I don't know how that man had a career.
I don't know either. I mean, I definitely think that one way you could posit positive traction in that direction is is by doing a almost like a merit system, like a grading system, and the highest graded people get the postseason games because they get a hefty bonus for each postseason game they do. And instead of doing it based on experience and seniority, they could do it based on who's called the best games because that's what you want. You want your best officials out there for the best games. Otherwise, you end up in a situation where fucking people are every year we get a postseason game where they're like, "What the fuck?" Because there's some call at the end of the game.
Yeah. Like that
Boys, just
fucking
real quick.
myth.
Detroit's goalie got an assist on that.
Nice, good for him.
Like that missed pass interference call with the Saints.
Yeah, that led them to do pass interference replays for a year because they were so pissed off.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's that. I mean, we can't really. We live in a world where that's the nature of the NFL, and we have come to deal with it.
Yeah.
We kind of have no choice.
Right. But
'Cause
with that being said,
we don't run the referee association. So.
right. So outside of the officiating, I think it's been a pretty good year. There's been good parity. You know, every week it feels like there's a team losing to a team they shouldn't lose to, which is good.
And then there's the Taylor Swift.
Is that? I mean, it is good for the league, but
It's just annoying at this point.
I just don't care.
Like, let them be.
Right. I just wish.
But yeah,
they were a couple. Yo, James, did you know that Ohio State dropped some new unis? These all silvers.
they did not.
I will bring them up.
When are they wearing them?
I assume soon. But just they posted it an hour ago on Barstool Game. Right here.
Ooh.
I don't actually
like
hate those. They're solid silver, which is I've never seen a solid silver uniform before.
No.
I
like it.
I don't go on that far back on the uni watch, but I'm trying to think of teams that have silver in their color scheme, and I don't think I've ever seen a all silver. Either way, those are hot. So good for Ohio State. They have something good going for them, despite the fact that the Michigan investigation is not doing great for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to the NFL. So let's just do a quick update on the division standings. Currently, the AFC East, you have the Miami Dolphins in the lead with a 6-3 record. A 1-game lead over the Buffalo Bills. The New York Jets are 4-4, and the New England Patriots are 2-7. The Baltimore Ravens are in the AFC North driver's seat, 7-2. Pittsburgh Steelers are 5-3. Cleveland Browns are 5-3, and the Cincinnati Bengals are also 5-3. That's fucking crazy.
Fun fact: if the season ended today, the whole AFC North would be in the playoffs.
Yeah,
which is it's just to me.
That's crazy.
It sucks being in that division because at 5-3, most divisions were in second or third.
Yes.
Fuck.
What?
Technically.
Yeah,
Just
you're
tied
tied
for
second. Yeah. What makes you? Is it because you lost to the Browns and Steelers?
We haven't played the Steelers yet. It's because of the conference.
Oh, okay. The conference records.
because we've played.
Because you're 1-3. It says
played
you're
4
1-3 in the
teams
conference. Yeah, 1-3 in the conference.
Yeah, because we lost to the Ravens, Browns.
Titans.
Who else did we lose to?
The Titans.
Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it's shocking to me that they have a
And
-7 point differential on the year. It doesn't feel like it's that much, but
Oh well, you got to remember the first 3 games they put up like 10 points the first 3 games.
that's true.
So, you
That's
know,
true.
I love that the Steelers have a -30.
And they're 5-3. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yep.
Moving on to the AFC South, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars at 6-2, the Houston Texans at 4-4, the Colts at 4-5, and the Tennessee Titans at 3-5. Tennessee Titans, congratulations on finding your franchise quarterback. Will Levis is really good. The AFC West, as usual, Kansas City Chiefs at 7-2, LA Chargers 4-4, Raiders 4-5. Denver Broncos, quite frankly, a surprising 3-5 because they were historically bad to start the season.
You said Raiders, or you said Rangers, not Raiders.
Did I? My bad. Las Vegas Raiders. The NFC East got the Eagles at 8-1, the Cowboys at 5-3, Commanders at 4-5, and then the New York Football Giants at 2-7. The NFC North 6-2, Detroit Lions. Surprisingly 5-4, Minnesota Vikings. Who'd have saw that coming? The 3-5 Green Bay Packers and the 2-7 Chicago Bears. The NFC South is a pick'em division with the 5-4 New Orleans Saints, 4-5 Atlanta Falcons, 3-5 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the 1-7 Carolina Panthers. And then the NFC West is also a pick'em division with the 49ers being 5-3, the Seahawks being 5-3, and the Rams 3-6, Cardinals 1-8. I did not know that there was 2 one-win teams in the NFC.
Yeah, because Carolina beat, what was it, Houston?
LOL at the Patriots being the worst team in the AFC.
Yeah, because Carolina beat Houston and Arizona beat Dallas.
Yes.
Which I think is just hilarious.
Yes. So as any of these standings, anything stand out to you guys? Anything shock you?
No.
The Chargers being 4-4 doesn't shock you?
Not really. Their defense is bad.
That's fair. What about the Bears at 2-7?
The Bears are just bad.
But they weren't supposed to be. They were supposed to be like...
They weren't supposed to be, but neither were the fucking Giants, and yet here we are.
But that's my point. When you're looking at these standings compared to where you were when we started recording in August, there has to be some things where you're like, I didn't see that coming.
I mean...
not really, no.
I will admit, I did not see that. I really thought the Chargers were going to compete with Kansas City for the division. I thought that they'd be like a 6-3 team right now, like
I was
the
hopeful.
Dolphins.
And they've lost a lot of close games though. That's why they have a fucking
Plus
500
27.
record, but also plus 27. Scored 200 points, but also given up 170.
Well, plus 27 is literally like basically their game against the Jets last night.
That's what I mean. They've lost a lot of close games.
Yeah. Because their wins, they beat the Vikings by a single score. Did they beat the brakes off the Bears?
They lost to the Titans by a single score. Click on them. Just go back through
that's true. I could do that. All right, so they have a 2-point loss to the Dolphins, a 3-point loss to the Titans, a 4-point win to the Vikings, a 7-point win to the Raiders, a 3-point loss to the Cowboys. They got absolutely throttled by the Chiefs, but evened it out with the Bears, and then 27-6 with the Jets. So yeah, I mean, out of their 4 losses, they lost 3 of them by a combined 6 points, or 5 or 8 points. Yeah,
8 points.
So Yeah, I guess they very well could be a 6-2 team.
They should be a 7-1 team. They should have beat they should have beat the Titans. They should have beat the Dolphins,
Should they
and
have
they
beat the
should have beat
Cowboys?
Dallas. Yes,
Really? You think so?
yes, absolutely. The Chargers' offense is, in my opinion, more skilled than Dallas's.
I think Dallas has, or I think the Chargers have the quarterback matchup, but I don't. I think that CeeDee Lamb's a better receiver than Keenan Allen.
Then where do you go after that? Then you've got Mike Williams, Quentin Johnson.
Mike Williams and Michael Gallup are 1-1.
Quentin Johnson for a rookie is better than Cavante Turpin or whatever the fuck his name is.
Well, yeah, nobody even knows who that is.
He's their punt returner / third or fourth string receiver.
Yeah, I mean, I know who he is. I'm just saying, like,
But
he's a nobody.
I thought the Bears were going to be a better team.
The Chargers have the better running back. Eckler is miles better than Pollard. Plus, I think the Chargers win the tight end matchup too.
I don't know. Ferguson's pretty good.
Gerald Everett's just a goal line machine.
I think that's a wash. I mean, I think you have the better offense. I don't think it's Miles better. But then you lose
I didn't
that.
say Miles better,
You
but
lose.
I think it's more talented all across the board.
Yeah, but then when you go
Honestly, I thought the Bears were going to be competitive for that division.
what?
We're talking about the AFC West, man. Compared to Dallas. Well, we were talking about the Chargers compared to Dallas.
Wait, is he like wicked far behind in terms of his audio coming through?
Oh no.
There, I just booted him.
Yeah. Okay. Figure it out. We'll catch you back in a minute.
Yeah, so but I think when you take both sides of the ball, Dallas far and away.
Did you guys just get the Bears comment?
Yes.
Oh my fuck.
We're in the AFC West, bud.
Yeah. My bad.
Um,
Well, I said that when you said there has to be at least one surprise.
We got that 10 minutes later.
Yeah. What the fuck?
That's fucking brutal, man.
You need to call fucking Spectrum and figure your fucking internet out. You need some more megabits per second, man.
Is there?
My Wi-Fi is saying strong connection.
I was gonna say,
I don't know what the issue is.
Is there an Ethernet port on that laptop?
Probably not.
Okay, because I was gonna say if you can hardline
The
yourself.
fucking Chromebook.
I don't know.
Yeah, if you can hardwire it, you'd be a lot better off. But
yeah, I mean, you don't do it right now, but for next time. But anyways,
yeah, let's look into it.
Nico is saying that he thinks the Chargers are better than the Cowboys.
I wouldn't say that. I would say they're better than their record indicates, but I would definitely not say better than the Cowboys. Maybe offensively, but defensively, no shot in hell.
Right, and that's what I was getting at. Like we were like doing like a 1-for-1 on the offense, and it's definitely edge Chargers. But when you take the entire team into perspective, like the defense of Dallas is so much overwhelmingly better than the Chargers that you have to consider Dallas to be a better team.
You have to. I mean, you could have, an offense who's slight edge, but that defenses don't compare. And I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, it's Micah Parsons,
right,
who's doing it for the Cowboys. But I wouldn't even say it's close. Say as a better team, Cowboys, better offense, Chargers, but better team, Cowboys.
right, and that's because we were just talking about their wins and losses because they lost by 3 points to the Cowboys, 2 points to the Dolphins. 3 points. What was the other 3-point loss?
Tennessee.
Yeah, the Titans, and then they got the brakes beat off them by the Chiefs. But that's what the Chargers do. They get crushed by the Chiefs every year. So
Yeah, that's nothing new.
But going off of what you said 10 minutes ago that just came through, I agree with you. I thought the Bears were going to potentially fight for a wild card position, and they're just bad.
Oh my God.
What's happening?
I don't know.
I feel like it gets worse every week.
Yeah. But going back to like looking at all the other divisions, I think they're all kind of playing out the way we thought they were gonna, minus the NFC West.
Yes. I didn't think the Seahawks were going to be that competitive. And I will say, I didn't think the Vikings were going to be this good. I thought that they were going to be like 3. I thought they were going to be like the Packers. I thought the Packers were going to be the Vikings. I thought I thought the Vikings were going to have the record of the Packers. I thought the Packers were going to have the record of the Bears. I thought the Bears were going to have the record of the Vikings.
That I can see. But
right,
really, when it comes down to it,
what are we trying, James?
Who do the Bears?
I tried
have?
plugging it into a different port. I don't know that it's going to make a fucking difference, but we'll give it a shot.
It's something in your CPU is like basically like.
If not, I just.
Anyway.
Speak, Jimmy. Bark, bark.
Speak to me, Seymour.
Fucking my ass with the chainsaw.
Yeah, no,
All I heard out of that was chainsaw.
And then he left. I didn't even kick him. He just left.
Just not going to watch the stream. When I click watch stream, that's when it starts fucking up.
Oh, okay. That's fine. If you want, I mean, I'm going to talk my way through this whole thing like we did last time, or like the first time. So, you're fine there. If that's really what's causing your issues, and which makes sense because the audio issues that I'm hearing align with like CPU being maxed out, and so that probably is the problem.
No.
Also, do you ever turn your laptop off?
No.
Oh,
that'll fucking do it.
Yeah, you should shut that bitch down. I don't know, every night. I don't shut my computer down, but I put it into sleep every night.
Normally, I just slap it shut and throw it on the dresser.
No, do not do that.
Put it on the where?
The dresser.
Oh, I thought you said fireplace. I was like, are you fucking crazy?
It's in the fireplace.
Yeah, I was like, dude, that thing's gonna get so hot. But yeah, so moving on. Divisions, shockers are the Bears, obviously, but overall, I mean, I think the division leaders are who we thought they were going to be. I definitely thought that the Bengals and Ravens were going to probably have the same record. I definitely didn't think the Ravens were going to be as dominant as they have been. Holy shit. But,
right. Plus 115 point differential.
Yeah, that's obscene, dude. They've only given up 124 points. I think that's the lowest in the league.
They have the 3rd ranked defense, I believe, is what I was seeing the other day.
That's crazy because they have the lowest points against by 16 points.
Is that what it is? I can't see.
Yeah, they have 124, and the next lowest one I saw was 140. Yeah, 140 for the Niners. Surprisingly, the Browns. Or no, 139. It's the same thing. It's fucking
15.
Yeah, 15 or 16. What's the either way? It's 2 touchdowns. So yeah, I mean they're scary.
I was kind of surprised the way they beat the fucking brakes off the Lions.
But they did it to the Seahawks too. But I guess historically, like I think Lamar's like something like 16-1 against the NFC. He just doesn't fucking lose to them.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was a ridiculous statistic when I heard it come out of Scott Van Pelt's beautiful face. But I mean,
to be fair, they have played some very anemic offenses, though. I mean, if you look outside of Lions and Seahawks, who they held to 9 points, they gave up 24 to the Cards, 16 to the Titans, 17 to the Steelers.
The Cardinals just get jazzed up to play good teams, I guess.
Gave up 22 to the Colts, 24 to the Bengals team that had a broken Joe Burrow,
Right.
and then 9 to the Texans, but that was before CJ Stroud realized he's him.
Yeah, I'm excited for the November 16th matchup with the Bengals. You guys are going to get them off a short week too? Ooh. Only have 4 days in between those two
Uh-oh.
games. Now the Bengals get the advantage there. They're home and the Ravens are only going to have 4 days off.
Right.
Yeah, that's gonna be it's gonna be hopefully a good matchup.
Yeah, hopefully. So is there anybody player wise that's kind of like you're like holy shit? But I mean, obviously we just talked about CJ Stroud. I mean, I didn't expect him to do what he's doing as a rookie.
No.
Right.
Kirk Cousins before he went out, he was
MVP.
and on a bad team.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I wrote them off when Jettas went down, and Kirky was like, "I got it. It's fine. We're fine."
Yeah.
And now I want to write him off
Achilles.
again, and I can't because maybe Josh Dobbs is him. I don't know.
It blows. I think we've talked about this before, but it blows my mind the amount of Achilles injuries this year. Also, who the fuck is Aaron Rodgers saying he'll be back?
In a couple weeks.
He's hoping to be back this year. Yeah, who the fuck are you?
Dude, ayahuasca, baby.
Ayahuasca, just let
Jeez.
him go.
Dude, there's no reason why. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no reason why the Vikings can't be 8-4 going into the Bengals game. They have the Saints, Broncos, Bears, and Raiders coming up.
And then Josh Dobbs gets a second shot at fucking Cincinnati this year.
Yeah, and then they're all division to finish it out. Lions, Packers, Lions.
That'll be rough for him, I think. But
I think they probably win the Packers game. I think if they
okay, dude, Kirk Cousins, if you're listening, get a hold of fucking Aaron Rodgers, a doctor, because apparently you'll be back by playoffs.
right.
Like
Mhm.
it blows. That just blows my mind.
I mean, they very well could go 10-7. Sorry, they're 5-4, so they could be 9-4. Yeah, they very well could go 10-7, assuming that they beat the Saints, Broncos, Bears, Raiders. That's got them up to 8. Lose Bengals, lose to the Lions. We beat the Packers, lose to the Lions. That puts them at 10-7, which nobody would have predicted taking L after L after L to start the season. Starting out 1-4. That's crazy, dude.
That's where Cincy sat too.
They're 1-4. Well, they were 1-3.
No, they were 1-3. Yeah,
Yeah.
but still, I mean, I'm also excited because when I looked at the schedule, I thought to myself, all right, if we can survive 49ers and Bills and go 1-1 in that and 1-1 in those two games, we should be pretty okay. And
you got a bit of a gauntlet coming up. The Texans aren't pushovers because you got C.J. Stroud sitting there.
no,
You got your
no,
head-
but they allowed a lot of offense through the air.
They did, and if your defense shows
They
up
do.
at all, hopefully you win that game 35-20, 8 or something.
Yeah.
But so Texans isn't a pushover. It should be a W for you guys, but it's not a pushover. At the Ravens, that's a fucking bloodbath.
Yeah.
Baltimore is not
It
a fun
always
place
is
to
with
go.
those two teams.
Period.
Wait a minute.
Why am I waiting?
They both have a short week that week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they do.
The Thursday night matchup.
Oh, that's why, because that's the Sunday and that's Thursday. Okay. Thursday's such a shit fucking game. I mean, that's probably the only good Thursday night game of the whole year.
I just saw
I feel like
I I
injuries are a
just
lot more
saw
common on Thursday nights, though.
I just saw a post about the fucking 3 primetime games this week, and they're all just
They're
dog
all
shit.
dog shit. I cannot believe the NFL didn't flex out of any of the games this week.
Who is it?
Bills, it's Bills Broncos, Bears Jets Thursday, and then I forget what the Sunday night game is.
Not great.
No,
Didn't
not
have
great.
anything better going on?
So it is.
For
Hold on, I'll
fuck's
tell
sake,
you.
flex them.
Oh,
NFL schedule this week.
battery.
Panthers Bears for Thursday. Sunday night's game is Jets Raiders, and then Monday is Broncos Bills.
Panthers shouldn't even be allowed to be in fucking prime time. You're saying the prime time matchup is a 1-17 versus a 2-6 team?
2-7. Bears haven't gone on a bye yet.
If I'm Amazon, dude, I'm fucking calling Roger Goodell and saying, "You're paying me to fucking put this game on. Are you fucking kidding me? That's awful."
Yeah. Hold on.
I mean,
Let's do the math
not
real quick. The between all of the primetime games this week, they have a combined record 3, 6, 19, and 32.
The only game that I
and
see,
hold on.
I'm holding.
In the Bills are 5-3, yeah?
Yeah.
So you're telling me one team out of 6 accounts for over a quarter of those wins?
Yeah, because it's 1-7, 2-7, 4-4, 3-5.
Jesus Christ.
And then Monday nights is 3 and 5 against 5 and 4.
Yeah. And I can see why they left Sunday nights, because Sunday nights has storylines. Obviously, Las Vegas just got rid of Josh McDaniels, and it's Antonio Pierce's second game as the coach. And the Jets are
I
just
miss that, man.
the Jets are just a storyline. I mean, you never know what Zach Wilson's going to show up, and the defense is fun to watch. So I see why they keep that game in. Denver at Buffalo for what? Just so that way Orchard Park can get a Monday night game? I mean, I don't really get it. And then I just cannot believe this Thursday night game. I mean, that's fucking unbelievable. You have San Francisco at Jacksonville going on at 1:00, and you have Carolina and Chicago at fucking 8:15 on a Thursday. It better be a prime day, because that's the only reason I'm logging in. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That is
Ugh.
subpar. It's the Eagles bye week, and I get shit to watch. Great. Thank you, NFL.
Yeah. At least like the matchups were trash, but the primetime games were fire.
Right. I'm sure week 11's nuts. I'm willing to bet my fucking life on it. Cincinnati at Baltimore to kick us off, and then we have Minnesota at Denver and Philadelphia at Kansas City.
That's gonna be a fucking
a high
bloodbath
quality
next
Sunday.
Monday.
Wow. That's actually like rivalry week. Pittsburgh at Cleveland, Chicago at Detroit, fucking New York Commanders. Dallas gets a free win in Carolina. Imagine Carolina wins that game.
Ooh, spicy.
Titans Jacksonville, final score 19-12. Yeah. New York, the Jets and the Bills rematch.
Bloodbath.
Yeah, week 11 will be fun. We have to just survive through week. Mediocrity.
Tell me about it.
Boy.
All right, so obviously we had mentioned CJ Stroud, which got us off on this tangent, as being a standout player. Has anybody else stood out to you guys as like either having a really, really good season or like a really dog shit season?
This was week 4. I'd say Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow having an injured season.
A terrible fucking start to the year. They always start terrible, though.
But it's also twofold for him because he's never healthy and he never plays in the preseason. So not only is he cold,
Yep.
he's also fucking hurt to start every season. It's like, I think he likes
Yeah.
the narrative of the Bengals starting fucking 1-3 or 2-5 and being like, it's fine, we're fine.
Well, last year they started 1-4,
Yep.
or 1-4, and they finished 12-4.
And then went to the AFC
They're
title
just
game,
like,
if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, they
Should
did,
have
and they
won
lost
the
on a
AFC
field
title
goal as
game.
time expired.
Yeah, with
Yep.
shit ass referees.
Yeah, I gotta talk about that because I hate to be that guy that blames the refs, but
I'm going to blame the refs because I wanted that matchup. I wanted to go to war with you. I wanted it to happen. I was so excited when the Eagles won, and then the Bengals were like driving. I was like, "This is it. This is our moment. This is 30 years of knowing each other, and it's going to come down to this." I mean, how often do you get to have a Super Bowl against your friend's team?
And if it happens this year,
Oh, dude,
we are live.
Yeah, we have to have a live watch party, like the fucking betting cave.
Yeah, shit would be wild.
Nico has to go get
No,
Puppuccinos for us.
I like our chances
I'll call him
though,
up.
because
I'll call him up. I still get discounts.
God bless.
as long as Burrow stays healthy, there's that window's always open.
Right.
So we'll see what happens. The Commanders are a little bit better than I thought they'd be too.
Yeah, they're such a weird team.
Sam Howell
Is good.
Sam Howell's looked really good.
He's really good, but it's one of those things with the Commanders where it's like, how much of that is the fact that nobody knows who the fuck Sam Howell is? Because, I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like they consistently have a quarterback that like comes in and does well for 8, 10, 12 games, and then like it's just back to square one again. I mean, they're another team. They're like the Browns with the fucking quarterback carousel. They haven't had a quarterback since really Alex Smith got hurt, but then they had Kirk Cousins. So I bet you they're fucking punching themselves in the head for getting rid of him.
Yeah. I have no idea. One of these years they'll be decent.
I don't know, man. Because it's always shocking to me that they like that it's whenever I think about the history of the NFC East. Obviously, I jumped in. I was born in the fucking 90s. I didn't jump into like the early 2000s. So since I've been a fan, the Eagles have been a perennial like competitor, and the Commanders, aka the Redskins, have been dog shit. But historically speaking,
It used to be the team.
yeah, historically speaking, like the Eagles are the shit team in that division. I think if what the Giants have 4, I think the Commanders have 3, and obviously the Cowboys have 5.
Mm-hmm.
I think the NFC East might be the only division where every team's won a Super Bowl.
The Giants have 4.
Sounds right.
I already said that, Nico.
Or whatever.
Whatever. Trying to think. NFC West, maybe? The Seahawks have one, the Niners have one. Did the Cardinals win with Kurt Warner? No, they lost that game to the Steelers, right?
They did. That was 2008.
Antonio
Yeah.
Holmes
Yeah.
back in the end zone.
I still don't think he got both feet down in that, but whatever.
That was wild because that was a Super Bowl where Brittany bet that if the Cardinals won, she'd wear a dress to prom.
Wow.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. She was, dude, I've never seen her sweat like that. She was stressed. We were all laughing. Because you guys remember the end of that game. You didn't know who the fuck was going to win. It was like a touchdown every 3 seconds. You're like, what the fuck's going on?
Right.
And then
Yeah.
the Steelers pull it off on that pick 6. But she was fucking screaming at the TV. I've never seen. And the Colts won a Super Bowl. And like, while we were in high school, she wasn't even that excited for that.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
But I think that would be, so the Cardinals lost that one. Who else is in the NFC West? The Rams definitely have one, obviously.
Yeah, we watched that happen.
Yeah.
I think it's just Arizona.
Yeah, so I think
Rams ruined my birthday.
I think that means that the Eagles, or that the NFC East is the only division where every team has won a Super Bowl. Because obviously the Browns and Bengals haven't.
Yeah.
Right.
The Vikings haven't.
Right.
The Chargers
haven't.
I don't think anybody in the fucking AFC South has besides the Colts. No, the Titans haven't. Titans haven't. Texans haven't. Jags certainly fucking haven't.
Right. Yeah.
The Bills haven't.
So Colts are the only one. So Bills haven't. And what are we missing? The AFC West? Or
No, we
no,
got
we
that
did
with the
that one because the
Chargers.
Chargers no.
I did the NFC South. No, I think that's everybody.
AFC North, AFC East,
The
AFC South.
NFC South. I think the Panthers lost both ones they were in. Or did they win that one with Jake
I'm
Delhomme?
not sure. I don't know.
Let's find out.
We have the internet at our disposal.
Wikipedia. You're gonna make me actually type in wiki. They did
Nope,
not
they
win in
haven't.
2003. Patriots. They beat the Eagles 14-3, and then they fucking beat the Patriots.
Lost to the Patriots.
That was when Andy Reid was bringing the Eagles to the NFC Championship every fucking year.
Yep.
Just to not make it.
Wait a minute.
What?
Oh, go back to that screen.
Oh.
Okay, I didn't know what I saw.
Dude, a double overtime playoff game? Are you fucking kidding me?
Against the Rams? Was that the Kurt Warner Rams?
That's the Kurt Warner Rams. That's the Rams that the Tennessee Titans Super Bowl Rams. Greatest show on turf Rams.
Oh, yeah.
How many times have we seen this? The Panthers, for the first time in franchise history, advanced to the Super Bowl, but lost 32-29 to the New England Patriots on a last-second field goal by kicker Adam Vinatieri. How many fucking Super Bowls did the Patriots win on a last-second field goal by Adam fucking Vinatieri? God.
All of them. Jesus.
I think there was only one they won, like, definitively.
Yeah, I think so, too.
I mean, you obviously want your Super Bowls to be fucking tight, but fuck, man.
Just click on the left side. There you go. Click championships. There you go.
32-29, 20-17, 24-21, 28-24, 34-28 overtime, and 13-3. So 13-3 against the Rams, the worst Super Bowl I can ever fucking remember, is their only, like, dominant win. The Falcons blew it. That was a 28-3 game.
Yeah. Yep.
Seahawks, this is the Marshawn game.
Yep.
So they should have lost that one.
Yep.
This was Vinatieri, this was Vinatieri, this was Vinatieri.
So 3 out of 6 have been because of Adam Vinatieri.
So 3 out of 6 are because of Adam Vinatieri. 5 out of 6 are we'll say 2 out of 6 are terrible coaching
from the other team. Yeah.
Yeah, terrible coaching, and then 1 they legitimately like shut the Rams the fuck down.
Yep.
So I mean, it doesn't matter. A W is a W, but fuck, man, how different life could be. We'd be talking about the Patriots in the same breath as the Bills if it weren't for fucking Adam Vinatieri.
Yeah.
It's wild to me that there was a 10-year gap between their Super Bowls.
Super Bowl wins.
Oh, right. Right.
Because we know that they were in at least 2 other ones.
2007, 2011 between 04 and they... What?
What?
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's who they lost to.
That's who they beat.
Or wait. Oh, to get to the...
I was like, the Chargers? I don't remember them being in a fucking Super Bowl. Am I high? That was the Marty Schottenheimer Chargers.
Yeah, I think that was the year that they were first in...
That was the undefeated year. That was the year... That's 2007,
no,
baby.
I was thinking about the Chargers. They had a season where they were first in offense, first in defense, and first in special teams and didn't make the playoffs.
Oh, that might have been the year. I don't know, though,
No,
because that was...
I just said didn't make the playoffs.
Oh, okay. This was also not Marty Schottenheimer. It was Norv Turner. I thought it was Marty Schottenheimer. Yeah, so they made it twice between 04 and 14. Who did they lose to in those Super Bowls?
The Giants, baby.
In both of them, right? 07 and...
Both of them.
And 2011?
Both of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the Eli Manning fucking ruin your life. That's crazy, dude. That's fucking funny.
It's crazy to think that the GOAT of
Lost to
football.
an 8-8
Lost
team
to
that squeaked
Eli
in on the
fucking
fucking
wild
Manning
card.
twice.
Lost to Peyton's little brother and Nick Foles.
Yeah.
Like those are your superheroes to stop fucking Thanos.
Tom Brady could
It's
not beat the
literally
NFC East.
it's
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah. Nick Foles, baby. God bless him. Nick Foles probably doesn't pay taxes in Philadelphia.
He has a key to the city.
Literally. Like it's not
Yeah.
a figurative key to the city. They're like literally like, no, like you can break into my house. Take whatever you
Yes.
want.
Here you
You
go.
brought
Here
me a
you go. That's
championship.
the key for everyone. For
He
everyone.
shows up, he's expecting like a big key, and the mayor just hands him a little like house key. He's like, "This is my house key.
Yeah.
This is the key for
Do with
City
it
Hall.
Here's
as
the
you
literal
please.
key to City Hall. You live here now.
Here's the keys to every bank in the city and their vaults.
Yeah.
If you want something, just go take it. It's yours. It's fine."
Yep. Here's the City of Philadelphia administrative credit card. Just use that for whatever you like. And
Whatever you need, it's yours.
thank you, Anheuser-Busch, for making a solid fucking, I think it's bronze statue of them calling the Philly special.
Philly.
Yeah. All because of their fucking dilly dilly commercials that year.
Right.
So stupid. All right. We're way off course here. We're like
Like-
going backwards.
And don't worry, we're gonna vote for Pedro.
Going backwards in fucking time right now.
Let's hit out some awards, yeah?
Well, I was gonna say question. Who do you
Answer.
think are bigger frauds, the Dolphins or the Bills?
The Bills.
Dolphins.
All right, so you each said different answers, so I'm gonna give you each 2 minutes to explain. Nico, go first.
I say the Bills because they were supposed to be a dominant AFC team who very nearly lost to the New York Giants, who are very, very bad. The Bills were supposed to be juggernauts. They should be miles better than 5-4. Yeah, pretty much. I think we're seeing the other side of Josh Allen now that Daboll is gone.
Yeah.
Because Daboll made Josh Allen who he is.
Yeah, well,
And go ahead.
I was going to 100% agree with you. I think that people underestimate how much a coordinator can make a quarterback, and they just think that because Josh Allen's gifted, that they didn't need, a high-level coordinator. Not saying they don't think that their coordinator's good, but I'm just saying, like, I think they overlooked the importance of that relationship.
100%. Granted, they do still have a plus 80 point differential, but
Right.
if you go to the Buffalo page so I can look at their games, please. Lost to the Jets, crushed the Raiders, crushed the Commanders, crushed the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
Lose to the Jags, squeak out a win against the Giants, lose to the Pats, one-score game in Tampa, and lose to the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
They should have beat the Jets. They should have beat the Giants by a lot fucking more than 5 points.
Yeah.
I just think that with all the talent up and down both sides of that roster,
Mm-hmm.
the Bills should just be a lot better than they're playing this year.
It's fair. James, the floor is yours. Why the Dolphins?
So I understand the argument that Nico's making, but we all knew a regression was coming out of Josh Allen and the Bills. You knew it was coming. I'm pretty sure, Trev, you called it episode 1. You said that he's going to regress a little bit. The problem I have with calling them fraudulent is they're at 5-4. Okay, nobody's screaming from the rooftops how great they are. But you have the Dolphins, who literally they beat up bad teams, yes, but you everybody is praising them for beating the Broncos by 50 and putting up 70 on them. They face good teams and they lose. So to me, in my mind, they're fraudulent because you know, like you have Tyreek Hill on that offense. Tua, you got Jalen Waddle, that Akane, I think is how you pronounce his last name.
Chain.
A-Chain.
Achan. You have this talented team, but when they play good teams, they just don't win. And even the Chiefs. So the Chiefs came in coming off a horrible game against the Broncos. The Chiefs have been struggling. It's not a secret. Everybody knows their defense is good, but the offense has been having its issues. They were down 21-0 at half. I understand the game ended up being close, but they had a fumble and they took the ball over at the 30. I feel like they've gotten lucky with a lot of against these good teams, so they've been closer than they should have been. But they aren't great. Honestly, I think the Bills end up winning that division, and I think the Bills are a better team than the Dolphins. I have no faith in them because at the end of the day, they can't play good teams. It's fraudulent when you go to the playoffs. You could go in as the number 1 seed, but when you get beat by the 7 seed because they're a decent team over 500, you're gonna lose. The Chiefs or the Dolphins are what? 6-2?
6-3.
7-2? 6-3. So they're 6-3. They've played 3 good teams.
Correct.
That's where all 3 of their losses came in.
Correct. They have beat the Chargers, who are 4-4. They have beat the Patriots, who are 2-7. They beat the Broncos, who are 3-5. They have lost to the Bills, who are 5-3. They beat the Giants, who are 2-7. They beat the Panthers, who are 1-7. They have lost to the Eagles, who are 8-1. They have beat the Patriots, who are 2-7, and they have lost to the Chiefs, who are 7-2.
So you look at that. The teams they've beaten have had 3 wins max.
4.
Yeah.
4 wins max. They can't beat teams over 500. They just can't. I don't know if the issue is they're not as good as they're made out to be, but I think it's their offense puts up staggering numbers. Their defense is horrid. They don't have a good defense.
It's that, and I
To
think...
mention when they're...
No, go ahead.
The offense plays good defenses, they slow right the fuck down.
Right, and that's what
Like, congratulations, you hung up 70 on the Broncos.
Yeah.
But you barely got 14 on the Chiefs.
That's what I was going to get at.
You know?
I was listening to Colin Cowherd, and he's probably one of the best voices in all of talk sports. I think he does a really good job of explaining his opinions, and one of the things he was talking about with the Dolphins and the reason why he thinks that I wouldn't say that he said they're fraudulent, but he thinks that they're overrated is because there's 2 things involved with good teams. Obviously, you have good players, but you also have excellent coaches. And the one thing that's been consistent with the teams that are really, really good, like the Eagles, like the Chiefs, like the Ravens, is that they'll beat you in more than one way. You shut down the run for the Eagles, they're just going to go to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, or they're, Hassan Reddick's going to come up with some monster sack in the 3rd down in the 4th quarter and stop you from driving. If you play the Chiefs, take away one thing, Patrick Mahomes will make something happen. If it's not him, it's Pacheco. If it's not him, it's fucking Kelsey. You play the Ravens, you're in the division with the Ravens. You know that if they're not running it down your throat, then for whatever reason, Lamar Jackson's thrown for 455 yards and 5 touchdowns. Like, they're multidimensional and they'll beat you in more than one way, or they'll rely on their defense. The Dolphins, you take away the run, they're fucked. They can't do anything. That's exactly all the Eagles did was take away the C gap. They didn't even play that good of a defense. I mean, they gave up a ton of yards in the air. They just took away the C gap and they made Miami look like a pedestrian team. And that, to me, is a sign of a team that's not as good as their record shows.
Yeah. It's college football.
Yep.
It's Georgia's number 1, They're putting up 70 on some fucking D3 school. Okay, that's fine, but what happens when they play Bama? Oh, they lose by 20? Okay, what happens when they play Ohio State? What happens when they play Michigan? What happens when they get shown, they get exposed? And I think we've watched 3 good teams expose the Dolphins, but for some reason we're still hyping them up like they're the best team in the league. I don't fear the Dolphins in the playoffs. One
No.
reason and one reason only, because every team's going to be over 500. And guess what's going to happen? They're going to get bounced in the first round and the fans are going to come up with excuses. It is what it is. But you can't tell me that record reflects how good the Dolphins are, because it doesn't. If they were 1-2 against good teams, okay. Okay. Let me see what the strength of your win is. They're not beating good teams.
Uh-huh.
And I think that just goes to show it don't matter if they finish with 2 losses on the year. They're getting bounced in the first round or their first game.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way. They're not good. They're not as good as their record indicates. Are they a good football team? Yes. Will they give you fits? Absolutely. But you can make them one dimensional, and once you make them one dimensional, they can't rely on their defense and have that complementary football. Like the Bengals, when Joey B was hurt, even when he was hurt, we did still win games, and we were in 1 or 2 of them because the defense stepped up. And
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of that was play calling because Zach Taylor was relying too much on Joe Burrow, who was a statue. But if you shut down Joe Burrow, just hand it off to Joe Mixon.
Yep.
That's fine. They'll find a way to get Jamar open, do little short passes, let Jamar work. The only thing they have is, we're going to run Tyreek Hill on a slant, and he's going to run for 80 yards to the touchdown. Okay, you can go ahead, but that's not going to work every time. They rely on Tyreek Hill. Without Tyreek Hill, I don't think Tua's as good as he is without, you know what I'm saying? Like, you take away that one player, which is why, despite me saying all this, I think Tyreek Hill should win Offensive Player of the Year, if not MVP.
Yeah.
I mean, Tyreek Hill is that offense.
Yes.
There's no question about it. Everything runs through Tyreek. If you slow down Tyreek, good luck.
Yeah, the only other
Shut down
the only other offensive player in the entire league that's had even close to as much impact on their team as he has is AJ Brown. And AJ Brown's not there with the overall statistics. And I think if you take AJ Brown away, you still have Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert. I mean, granted, Dallas Goedert's hurt right now, but either way, you have those two to fall back on. It's like you said, you take away Tyreek Hill from Tua, who's he got? Jalen Waddle? I mean, yeah, but that's it. But then Jalen Waddle getting doubled. Who is Jalen Waddle really what he is,
Yeah. Jalen Waddle benefits from not being that number one and having Tyreek on the other side. Don't get me wrong, Jalen Waddle is extremely talented and he's a really good receiver. But you take away Tyreek Hill, what do you got? You know what I'm saying? It'll literally slow everything down. And that's, at the end of the day, I don't believe the Dolphins are as good as they make themselves out to be. I think they can beat up on a bad team.
Yep.
I know they can beat up on a bad team. But beating up on bad teams don't mean shit when playoffs come around.
Exactly. And
It literally means nothing.
that was something that Dan Patrick was kind of getting into. He said that, a good team beats up on bad teams. A great team beats up on bad teams and beats good teams.
Yeah. And I mean, you can't. In my mind, there's no justification for how to say that the Dolphins are a great team. And their fans are delusional. But they're just not that good. When it comes to that division, if you ask me who I fear in that division the most, it's Buffalo.
Yeah. Because I think if Buffalo can get their fucking act together on the offensive side of the ball and Josh Allen can stop turning the ball over. They've got a good defense. So if they can get some inspiration on the offense, then they can absolutely turn into a terrifying team.
And I mean, the Bills were in that game all night Sunday.
Yeah.
They were in that game.
No, it was a dogfight.
Jermaine Pratt punching the ball out was kind of the big thing on Kincaid, but they were in that game. And it's not, you look at what Cincy did to 49ers last week.
Yep.
Compared to what they did to Buffalo, that's still a good team.
Yeah.
Whereas I think,
speaking of
on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd put them at a 7 or an 8.
Yeah.
I'd put Miami at a 5.
I mean, speaking of the 49ers, they're my big fraud for the season.
I can see that.
I said it at the beginning of the year.
I don't know.
I guarantee if you get tape on Purdy and you knock him out of rhythm, that team is nothing. And I am 100% correct.
I don't know that you can call them frauds, though.
Absolutely, dude. They were supposed to be the demon killers. They were supposed to be better than the Eagles. They were supposed to be the number one team in the NFC. The NFC is going through the 49ers. How can you not call them frauds? They've played two mediocre teams and the Bengals, and they've gotten, it wasn't even fucking close. Like the Browns made them look like fucking a college team. They lost to the Vikings. Like, come on, the Vikings don't even have a defense, and then they lose to the Bengals. But granted, it's the Bengals, but they lose to the Bengals at home. They don't even lose to the Bengals in Cincinnati. They had the Bengals at home. If you're if you're supposed to be the team that the NFC goes through, and you've got an AFC challenger coming into your house, you got to fucking win that game. And they didn't even compete in that fucking game. It was a Joe Burrow show. And so there's nothing you can tell me that's be like, oh yeah, the 49ers, they didn't have Debo, so fuck off. Brock Purdy is not a good quarterback. He is a great system quarterback. He's good when he's on time and on rhythm, and his receivers are where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there. The dude can't make an adjustment to save his fucking life. If I had needed my neck cracked, I wouldn't even ask him to do that because he's so bad at adjustments.
I will agree with you to an extent. I don't think the team as a whole is a fraud. Brock Purdy and his record coming into the beginning of this year was very fraudulent. He is a system quarterback. But you got to keep in mind that team still has CMC. When Debo comes back, they still have Debo. When Trent Williams comes back, they still have one of the best offensive linemen in the league. The problem is they're not adjusting. I think Purdy got exposed, but I still think that team is great. That defense is great. If they can get Purdy to actually be a quarterback, then I think they're still that great team. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say the team is fraudulent. I'd say Brock Purdy is fraudulent. I think that trade of Trey Lance looks really stupid right now.
Yeah.
Because they gave Brock Purdy away.
I mean, but you have to remember,
not Brock Purdy, Trey Lance away.
You have to remember they also have Sam Darnold there. They could easily bring in Sam Darnold, but they won't because, and here's the reason why I think they won't. They won't because fucking, what the fuck is his name?
Shanahan?
Yes. Shanahan wants to be like, I am the greatest quarterback coach. I turned Mr. Irrelevant into an NFC champion. That's what he wants to do. Good luck. I mean, I don't necessarily think they're coming off a bye, right? And I'm not even confident that they're going to go into Jacksonville this weekend and fucking win. Jacksonville's a good team. Yeah. They're going across the country. It's a 1 p.m. kickoff. Yeah, they had a bye week, but I'm not fucking feeling great about that. I definitely don't think they're going to beat the Eagles in Philadelphia in 2 weeks. I don't know if they're going to beat Seattle in Seattle. I mean, they very well, over these next 4 weeks, they could very well be sitting at, what do they got, 5? They're 5-3. So if they take the L in Jacksonville, they take the L in Seattle, and they take the L in Philly, then you're talking about a 6-6 team.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much of that I guess my thing is, I'd say the offense, I think the problem's Brock Purdy. I think Brock Purdy is fraudulent. I think he's not as good as his record indicated. I think he got put into a system where he could be good and there was no questions. I mean, I could play in Shanahan's system and go throw for 300 and 3 touchdowns with no picks.
I'm
The
sorry.
issue
Can I interrupt you for a
I
second?
have,
I'm sorry.
No, you couldn't.
Nico, who's Max Roy?
My cousin.
He just commented on our YouTube of the episode 13. He goes, "Yeah, Nico is really short." So sorry,
He's
I
my
just
little 16-year-old cousin.
it's our first ever comment on YouTube, so I was like, I gotta interrupt to read this because it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, because I was bringing him home from work today, and I was like, and he's like, "What are you doing tonight?" I was like, "I gotta record a podcast," and he's like, "Oh, you have a podcast?" I was like, and he's like, "Yeah." And where are you guys? I was like, Spotify, Apple, wherever you feel like listening. And he goes, YouTube? I was like, yep. He clicked on episode 5, the one where I introduced myself as having a midlife crisis. And that's the end of that. So now we've got a 16-year-old fan.
God bless. The demographics change every day. Anyways, sorry to interrupt you for that, James. You were saying about how Brock Purdy's a bad quarterback, but the Niners are good.
yeah, I think the Niners are a good team. I think Shanahan's trying to make more out of Purdy than Purdy's capable of.
Yes.
Purdy also looks like he's 5, and that bothers me on a deep level.
Oh.
But the team is still good around him. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, you could put any quarterback in there, and they could easily take off and win. You know what I'm saying?
I love that you just did that, by the way.
What?
He's not watching. I just went to Brock Purdy's thing and zoomed in like 400% on his face because he said he looked like he's 5.
He has such a baby face. It just bothers me. It makes
Yeah.
me feel old.
Because he's got drafted last year, James.
Yeah, that's
Right.
fair.
He's literally.
So did Stetson Bennett.
He's literally younger
Stetson
than
Bennett
my
got
brother.
drafted at 48. That's totally different.
Well, what did you want? He worked a full long career with UPS.
Yeah.
I thought it was the mail. I didn't
Oh, the
think we
post
went all the
office.
way.
Yeah, no, it's
we-
USPS.
Yeah, he's
I
the
bet.
mail-
Yeah,
he's
he,
the
he worked for the
mailman.
post office.
That's the joke.
Yeah. It's because he was a mailman for 35 years, and he finally reached the age to retire, and he thought, you know what?
You're way
gonna go play
behind
for the
me on that
Rams.
one, Travis.
That's because.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm cool. I'm cool with your take on that. I mean, I'm admittedly more virulent because I'm so sick of spending the last fucking year having 49ers fans be like, oh, the only reason the Eagles won is because our quarterback got hurt. The only reason they fucking won the game is because the quarterback got hurt. I'm so tired of it.
I was kind of pissed because that was going to be a really good matchup, and then that happened. And I'm like, I mean, once that happened, it was over, anyways.
I mean, don't let Hassan Reddick go unfucking touched if your quarterback. There you go. He doesn't get hurt.
Right.
Yeah. You know.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying they would have won the game 31-7 like they did, but I still think they would have won the fucking game. They still I
No.
point this out to people. I'm like, okay, Brock Purdy got hurt, so they only scored 7 points. The Eagles still scored 31. So like, where are you coming up with the other fucking 24 points that you needed to even tie the game to get to overtime? Where is that coming from? You think Brock Purdy's going to do that against that defense, which was exponentially better than this year's defense?
I mean, I think the Eagles, honestly, I think the Eagles still would have won, but the 49ers would have had a chance. It would have been a lot closer of a game.
Yeah, I know. I agree. I'm just saying I get my anger from the fact that they say the only reason that they won is because Brock Purdy got hurt.
No, that's not the only reason they won. They won because your defense let up 31 points.
Correct.
But what are you going to do? You know?
Yeah, no, moving on. It's 2023, not 22. I want an Eagles-Bengals Super Bowl more than anything on earth.
TMCs.
The only Super Bowl I'd probably be
The minute
more.
that happens, then we'll never hear the end of it from James.
The only Super Bowl that I'd probably be more excited to have is Eagles-Chargers, just because I'd watch it with Nate, and it would be. I think I'd be the first time in my life I ever got hit by Nate.
I just want to put this out there. When the Bengals win the Super
Oh
Bowl,
my god.
I
That's
am
not.
going to be the worst football fan in existence
I
Can you
literally
that
just
full
said that.
year that they are
elaborate?
champions.
Elaborate.
I literally just said that. He's just gonna be so fucking
I
annoying.
I will literally start every episode of this fucking podcast with the Bengals are your current world champions. And I will not stop until the new champion is crowned. I will remind the both of you every day that Cincinnati has won a Super Bowl.
I'm
And you know what? I feel like after sitting through the Dalton era and watching us have really good regular seasons just to go to the playoffs and get fucking blown out or only winning 2 games, I feel like I've earned that. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't do that.
No.
No, I will. I don't even give a fuck. I'm gonna wear a Bengals Super Bowl championship hat every day, all day.
You know,
Not give a fuck.
and I'm gonna regret saying this, but you know what I actually want you to do?
What's that?
For the entirety of the offseason. And you only get the offseason because you can't say they're world champions once the new season starts. It's a new fucking season. I don't care. But throughout the entire offseason, when I say your name on this podcast, I want you to play the audio that they play after the Super Bowl. Bengals fans, your team just won the Super Bowl. And the fucking Sports Illustrated shit. Get this collector commemorative edition. Football. That's what I want you to do.
You want to hear the sad part?
What?
I will have that football. I will have that T-shirt. I will have that hat. I will have that hoodie, and that whole speech thing
Yeah.
will be my ringtone. And I don't even give a fuck.
I showed you. Have I shown you my football?
No.
Because I have a football, like one of the ones that you get that's like signed by all the whole team. I mean, obviously they didn't actually sign it; it's like screen printed. But I have the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I have the Super Bowl football, and then I have the shirt. I didn't get a hat because they were fucking stupid. And then I got that. I did buy that version of Sports Illustrated because, like, I'm not gonna judge you, dude. How many times you don't know if you're ever gonna get to feel this again. So you'll be annoying, but I'm not gonna fucking hold it against you because you only get one chance. And that's why
You never know.
yeah, you never know. It could literally we were on this earth for a limited amount of time, and you very well could be my father, who has lived 65 years and has never seen his football team win a championship.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
When you said you very well could be my father, I thought to myself, "You're older than I am."
Right? No, I meant in terms of his.
That's why we let people finish thoughts.
Now, I will say this as well, and this is just me preparing you guys mentally. If the Rangers ever win a Stanley Cup, the second that the buzzer goes off, I'm picking up anybody who wants to go, and we're driving straight to New York City and then blacking out
going.
for 72 hours.
I'm going already. I've already made plans. I'm going.
I will not miss that ticker tape parade.
Absolutely not.
And I'm going to be, you know me, I don't really drink. I'm going to be fucking hammered. They are going to have to,
loaded.
someone's going to have to drag me out of some dive bar at 5 in the morning
how
in
the
Manhattan.
fuck do you expect someone like me to do that?
I'm not, I don't know, get a forklift. There's plenty in the city. Just roll out to some fucking Italian meat market and ask them if you can borrow the fucking lift for a half second. Get a pallet jack and wheel me.
My buddy's
I will
passed out
come
in the
with a
middle of the
camera.
bar down in Midtown Manhattan. Can I borrow your forklift?
If you want content, real IRL content for this fucking podcast, pray for a Rangers Stanley Cup. I promise you.
Dude, I've been praying for one for the last 5 years.
We will make Barstool Sports look like a fucking church choir. Because I will go unhinged. In fact, I've already told Chelsea that she can't come because I don't want her to see me like that.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, you can come on parade day, but you're not coming down with me that night. I was like, you're not, it's not happening. I was like, nope. I'm pulling $1,000 out of the bank cash, and I'm gonna spend it all on alcohol and fucking drugs.
Absolutely. Yep.
Well, in New York City, that'll get you what, 2 shots and a high five?
Nah, bro, because I'm hitting the dive bars where the real Rangers fans are.
Right.
I'm gonna walk down fucking Park Slope in Brooklyn and hit the first place that has a red, white, and blue open sign.
There we go.
And I'm just gonna randomly throughout the night just ping my sisters my location just in case.
I had to do that when I went to the Rangers Buffalo game with all of my friends because they thought I was going to be the one that walked away.
That's
Just
fair.
going on a random adventure by myself.
Nico, share your location.
Please just give it to one of us. Well, the rest of us will be together. We're just worried that you won't be.
Yeah. I told Nate, I was like, Nate, I'm gonna come. I was like, you better just be sitting outside because we're leaving. But anyways, so
All right, boys.
You can
Send out
come
some
pick me
awards,
up.
make
You
some
can come
picks.
pick me up, and then we're
Get to
going to
bed.
pick up my buddy Jared, and we're going.
yeah, it's past Jimmy Boy's bedtime.
Oh yeah.
I got an interview tomorrow.
Oh,
So
interview for what? You gonna be a
A job.
paralegal finally?
no, for promotion.
That's unfortunate. Okay,
Yeah.
so mid-season predictor of MVP. James already said Tyreek Hill. No, he just he said or MVP. So we'll start with you then because you already threw out a name at least.
Honestly, it's got to be Tyreek Hill. I know they're going to favor the quarterback, so it'll probably be fucking Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
But I think Tyreek Hill has earned that spot.
I agree. But they will always lead quarterback. And
I'm gonna go sleeper pick.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers.
What?
Because of how fucking terrible the Jets are without him and how bad Zach Wilson is, they're gonna be like, no, that really is the MVP.
Yeah. I like the thought process, but that'll never
counter
happen.
MVP. Most valuable player by not being around. No, I mean it's fucking so stupid. I'm trying to think of all that. I mean, if I'm gonna pick right now, if I'm gonna go with the most consistent play and one of the top teams in the league that can probably hold true, I'm gonna say that it's probably going to end up being Lamar Jackson. He's having a fucking crazy year. It just pisses me off because I really wanted to get to this point and be able to shove it down everybody's throats that Kirk D. Cousins is going to be your MVP, but I can't. His fucking Achilles goddamn tendon. You see Cam Akers tore his too?
Yep.
Fucking wow. All right. Offensive player of the year.
2 on the Vikings in back-to-back weeks.
The Opoi is 100% going to be Tyreek Hill unless he gets hurt.
100%.
Yeah.
If he doesn't win MVP, it's going to be offensive player.
If he does, if Tyreek Hill wins MVP, then offensive player of the year is going to be AJ Brown.
I agree.
Now the NFL has pretty much reserved the fact that MVP is for quarterbacks and offensive player of the year is for skill positions. So I'm going to go Lamar Jackson, Tyreek Hill, but you never know. Could be a weird year.
Who was the last skill player to win MVP?
Let's find out.
Marshall Faulk, wasn't it?
No. LT and Sean Alexander won in like 05-07.
They really just bring me to like the literal definition of the MVP.
Click the actual main article.
It was,
there you go.
Okay.
It's got to be LT.
So starting from this year, we have Mahomes, Rodgers, Jackson, Mahomes, Brady, Matt Ryan, Cam Newton, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, Adrian Peterson, 2012.
AP.
So it's been over 10 years since a position player.
Oh, that was the year he came back and lit the world up.
Yeah, that was after his ACL tear. Or, as we all know, a seal Terry.
Seal Terry. I forget Matt Ryan was an MVP.
It was 6 years between AP and LaDainian Tomlinson, Sean Alexander. I think when was the last receiver?
Thurman Thomas.
He's a running back.
He's running back too.
Lawrence Taylor, holy shit. They had a D-man before we had a fucking receiver? That's crazy. Quarterback.
Kicker.
What?
Yep.
Good for Mark.
Mark Mosley, a kicker for the Washington Redskins.
That's crazy, dude. OJ.
Running back.
Yeah, I don't even see.
Running back.
Yeah.
Quarterback. Earl Campbell was a running back. Brian Sipe, quarterback. Kenny Anderson.
Yeah, so it's all quarterbacks and running backs.
Hold on. Stop scrolling so fast. I'm trying to see. Stop it.
It's a long time. Okay, so anyways, so it would be really crazy if fucking Tyreek won it because
Yeah, true.
um defensive player of the year, Myles Garrett.
I'm staying true with what I called
Myles
first
Garrett.
episode, Myles Garrett.
Yeah, Myles Garrett.
He's got to be.
I don't know.
What were you gonna say?
Um, I know I said T.J. Watt to start the year.
He's having a good year, but
He's having a great year. 8.5 sacks. I think. Well, that was leading into this week. I don't know how the standings changed. But Daniil Hunter, he's having a year. He had 10 sacks coming into this week. I'm gonna go with the popular pick with the player with the most sacks this year and say Daniil Hunter. As of right now, sacks leaders are Daniil Hunter at alone in first with 10. Max Crosby, Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt 9.5 tied for second. Khalil Mack, Josh Allen tied for fifth with 9, and Kayvon Thibodeau with 8.5. And then Trey Hendrickson, Justin, whatever the fuck that last name is, and Micah Parsons round out the top 10.
Rookie of the year, I believe, is split now between offensive and defensive.
It is.
Yeah. So offensive rookie of the
C.J.
year
Stroud.
is going to be C.J. Stroud, and defensive rookie of the year is going to be Jalen Carter.
Yep. I agree on
Offensive,
that.
definitely C.J. Stroud. Defensive, I still like what Deontay Banks is doing, but it'll never go to him because the Giants are bad.
Yeah, the only other rookie I could think of that's having like a breakout year on defense is that corner for Seattle. I can't think of
Devon
his...
Witherspoon.
Yeah, Witherspoon's having a good year.
Yep.
So if it's not Jalen Carter, it's going to be Witherspoon. But I will say that I'm the reason the one of the reasons I'm leaning toward Jalen Carter is A, the Eagles are 8-1, but B, they just those defensive player of the year, whether it's rookie or whether it's defensive player of the year in general, they just tend to lean toward defensive linemen. Hence why you said I'm literally going to pick the person who has the most sacks in the year. It just leans that way.
Yeah.
Comeback player of the year. I forgot who the fuck I said at the beginning of this year. Tua, right?
Damar Hamlin.
You said DeMar Hamlin, but I think I said Tua.
Well, we did say Tua, but then we made the joke that it would be DeMar Hamlin because that's the way the NFL
Because
works.
all he had to do was literally come back.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie though. If Aaron Rodgers comes back before the end of the season, it needs to be Aaron Rodgers, and I don't even give a fuck.
I was gonna say Josh Dobbs at this point.
Yeah.
He's having a good year, and nobody even knew who the fuck he was.
Did you see what Josh Dobbs said
Pickett
after the
Smith.
win?
No.
He didn't know any of his teammates'
Oh yeah,
names going into this week.
that and
He's like, yeah, that's for next week. We worry about the playbook right now.
Yeah, and that Kevin O'Connell was like describing the plays to him in the headset.
Yeah.
Because they get
He had
until
no
like
fucking
5
idea.
seconds left in the play clock, and so he'd call the play early, and then he'd be like, "All right, so your first read is here, your second read is here," like describing the play in the headset. I'm like, that's fucking crazy.
He never even ran a rep of the playbook in practice.
Yeah, he did. He had 2 hours with the playbook, and he remembered like I think it said like 35 plays.
The dude studied like astrophysics.
Yeah, no, he's wicked smart.
Yeah, he's astro. He's a aerospace engineer.
Yes,
aerospace engineer. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I knew it was something to do
so
with space.
he literally engineers planes if he wants to.
If he felt like it, yeah. But he's like,
He'd take a
no,
pay
let me go
cut,
play
but-
football.
Should be on this. We're all
So
canceled.
last one would be coach of the year.
It has to go to Nick Sirianni.
You think so?
Who else could it possibly be?
I don't know. Just coach of the year, go to this guy that does exactly what he's supposed to do. I don't see many coach of the years going to Andy Reid.
I always thought coach of the
you're
year
right.
went to like the coach who didn't have high expectations and still.
Right. Like as of right now, I think coach of the year goes to Kevin O'Connell.
Oh, with my Minnesota, yeah.
I mean, that's good. You
Yeah.
could say Pete Carroll. I don't think the Seahawks were supposed to be as good as they are.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You could.
Who did we say before the year?
I don't remember.
I know James said a Sean.
Oh yeah, Sean Payton.
No, he said a Sean.
I know, but I said Sean Payton.
Whether it be Sean Payton, Sean McDermott, or Sean McVay.
Yeah,
He just
Yeah, it's one of the Seans.
a singular Sean. He gave himself a one or a fucking
I think
a
I
10%
said Sean Payton
chance.
too.
Yeah, we both said Sean Payton, which is turning out to be a bad choice.
A bad choice.
I mean, I would say
Yeah, right now I would give it to Kevin O'Connell
or Doug Peterson.
or Doug. Yeah,
Just because I think Doug got slighted last year. I mean, granted, Brian Daboll pulled a miracle and earned it, but I think if the Giants don't do that, it's Dougie's to fucking win. So if he gets, as far as I'm concerned, if he gets Jacksonville winning the division 2 years in a row, Coach of the Year's his. Just give it to him. That's a poverty franchise, and he's like bringing them into relevance.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Dougie P, baby. All right, so those are our awards. Moving on to fucking 10.
10, yes.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, week 9.
Nope.
No, week 10.
Week 9 head scores. Thank tracker. All right. So for those who are keeping track, I 78 and 42, James 69 and 51, Nico 68 and 52 on the year.
Fucking yeehaw.
Yeehaw Skyrim. All right. So the Amazon Prime Week special fucking bonanza, super heavy hot matchup. Carolina Panthers at the Chicago Bears, combined record 3 and 14.
3 and 14.
Who do we got for that spice, boys?
That's about as spicy as fucking ice cold milk. Give me Chicago in an ugly one.
Give me Chicago fucking 9-3.
Right.
Give me Chicago 3-0.
Let's go.
All I know is I'm taking the under on that one.
Yeah. I'm gonna fucking go against the odds and say Panthers.
No.
I mean, there's two dog shit teams, dude.
Yeah, you're right.
Might as well. I don't think I've ever put the Panthers on my win list at all, so I'll give them a chance this week.
Right.
Colts in New England in fucking Frankfurt, Germany. I'm gonna say that the Patriots have a bad vibe in Germany because, it's Germany. I'm gonna say Colts do well because there are horses in Germany, so therefore they have the better vibe.
That is the worst reasoning I've ever heard.
There are no Minutemen in Germany, but there are horses, ergo Colts by 7.
You know what? Sold. Give me the Colts.
Nico.
Oh. Patriots.
Are you're gonna go with Mac Jones?
Yep.
I said I was never gonna pick the Patriots again for the rest of the season.
I know.
I'm sticking to that shit.
I know.
Texans at Bengals. Give me the fucking Jungle Cats.
Likewise.
Today.
James, I don't even have to ask you. I don't think you've not picked the Bengals all this year.
I don't think he has.
No, I still have to.
Only they were fucking 10-0.
Yeah.
New Orleans at Minnesota. 1 p.m. What the fuck? That's a noon kickoff. All right.
No, that's a 1 p.m. kickoff.
Buddy, they're in the fucking Central Time Zone.
Whatever. They're all listed at fucking 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
for
because
us.
we're in the Eastern Time Zone.
Whatever.
Give me
Nobody
Mr.
ever cares about this Central.
I'm gonna
Give me Caramel Mr. Clean with a
Caramel
win.
Mr. Clean, baby. Let's go. Nico.
Just a singular Viking for him.
Yes. Every time.
I know. I'm
You put
thinking
more
here.
thought into your fucking picks and you
I
are
know.
losing.
I know. Saints.
That ain't happening.
Okay, you're banned.
If there's one thing Travis hates, it's bad puns.
I promise you. Like if I was ever a big time a Twitch streamer, that would be my community. My community would send me fucking puns just to get banned in chat. Because I'd be so tired of it.
I'd
Yeah.
have to have like 30 accounts.
Fucking speaking of that, I was watching a clip. Do you guys know who Queso is?
I know
No.
what queso is, and it's delicious.
Well, there's a guy on Twitch his name is Queso, Kaseoh. He's a chunky fellow like me and you, and the chat kind of makes fun of him. And there's one clip where he glitches through the stairs and he starts fucking snapping, and then he looks at his chat and he's like, "Ban everybody who said of course. Every one of you's fucking banned." He's so fucking mad. He's like, "I'm turning the stream off." I was crying. Anyways, Green Bay at the Steelers.
Ooh.
I'm taking the Steelers, dude. Green Bay's bad.
Green Bay is bad.
Yeah. Not to mention, there's not a lot of cheese in Pittsburgh, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the Steelers on this one.
Are you going with the same logic that he just gave for the Colts in Germany?
It makes
I
sense.
did not pick the Packers. What the fuck?
Oh, well, you did say that the Packers were bad. Oh, none of us did. Wait. That's why I did that. All right. Exactly, Nico. It makes fucking sense. Okay.
No, it doesn't.
The Tennessee Titans at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Titans, obviously, they're fucking semi-immortal. They have demigod-like powers against Buccaneers, which are just contracted pirates. Like, obviously, Titans all day.
Old.
Sold. Chins. Nico.
Flawless.
Tampa.
For Tampa.
Ugh.
Honestly, can't. Honestly, have I told you about my grievances with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, like their logo?
No. This is a
No.
new part. Is this a new part in
Hold
the
on.
Tampa Bay saga?
Hold on.
No. Let's
Hold
finish the picks first, and then you can go.
Okay, that's fine.
Because that'll be a fucking half-hour rant, and it's already 11:30.
It's really not. It's not. It's just it's a pet peeve thing for me. But either way, 49ers at the Jags. I'm taking the Jags in that. I've said my qualms with West Coast teams coming east, even if it is a bye week.
Jaguars can actually eat people, and the 49ers were just gold rush.
49ers had guns, buddy.
Yeah, but it's a Jaguar. How they didn't have
but
good
it's
guns.
a Jaguar.
They had
dude.
fucking. Okay, but if you miss, it's gonna take 45 minutes to fucking reload the son of a bitch.
Yeah, but if you hit, the ball bounces around your entire fucking innards like it's a goddamn bouncy ball dropped on a mall floor.
Yeah, but the accuracy was not there. That's why they all lined up when they faced each other in wars.
Yes, thank you. We have all watched The Patriot,
someone.
James. We know the fucking term. Yeah. All right?
Yeah. And that didn't take place in Germany, so Colts by 20.
I also took the Jags, by the way.
Okay. I had you already.
Oh, it's down there. Okay, sorry.
I heard you say yes like 3 times, and I was like, fuck coming to the East Coast.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The rest of these picks, I'm just gonna take the mascot super literally, and that's how I'm making my picks this week.
Okay,
Fuck
so
it.
the football helmets versus the Ravens.
See, birds like to shit on my car, and that pisses me off. So give me the Ravens.
Okay.
What?
I'm gonna take the Ravens because they're a better team. Nico.
Yeah.
Bold strategy.
Bold strategy.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
The Atlanta Falcon Birds versus the Arizona Cardinal Birds.
Ooh.
Battle of the Birds. I'm
Hold on.
gonna say Falcons and hear me out. I have logic. Falcons.
Okay.
Falcons are native to Georgia. The peregrine falcon is the #1 apex predator in the city of Atlanta. Cardinals don't fucking live in Arizona. Falcons by 30.
I'll allow that.
Does that mean you're agreeing
So,
with me?
Yes.
Okay.
so just based on statistics alone, I'm going to go with Atlanta. And hear me out.
Oh, here we go.
Higher crime rate in Atlanta than in Phoenix.
What?
That's it.
Stop
That's it. That's all I got. I'm going with a higher crime rate.
So if we go by that standard, Detroit wins the Super Bowl?
Love that logic.
Well, I'm just saying.
You know what though? It's mostly higher theft rates, so I think the Falcons steal one.
We can go to Falcons Cardinals for $17.
Yeah, but there's a million other things I'd rather
Who
do.
wants to fly to Arizona for
We
that?
can go to Giants Cowboys for $21.
Oh, it's in Dallas.
Yeah.
Did you know I can go into my bathroom, take a shit in the toilet, and watch it spin around in a circle for free, and that's still more entertaining.
Your shit spins?
When I hit the flush, yeah.
Really?
It swirls around when you flush it. Yeah. Also,
If it's
I
swirling.
kind of have plans Sunday.
Anyways, all right. Lions at the Chargers. I want to hear your logic on this one, James. Go ahead, talk yourself through it.
Okay. So lightning, right? If it strikes a lion, that lion's probably having a bad day. But lions are fast, right? Where is this game?
It's in LA.
In LA.
In LA?
Mhm.
Oof. See, you know what? I'm gonna go.
I don't care who you are or how fast you are. You're not outrunning a
I was gonna
fucking
say,
bolt of
using
lightning.
speed as your argument was dumb.
Okay, so MGM,
Do you know what the
right?
speed of light is?
Well, it's not the speed of light; it's the speed of electrical currents. But
Yeah,
Either way,
yeah.
it's still faster than 30 miles an hour.
yeah, no, yeah, for sure.
Okay. So MGM makes movies, right?
Oh my god.
What is MGM's mascot? A lion. Give me the lions.
Oh, dude, there was a reason sitting right there, and you fucking missed it because you don't pay attention to fucking geography.
What's that?
It doesn't fucking rain in LA. They're in a fucking desert. Hey, girl, it does not. There is no lightning.
Oh,
Lions by 15.
yeah, swung and missed on that one. There's no lions in LA. Oh, at the zoo.
Yeah.
Yep. Damn. Nope.
And
We'll get them
also,
on the next one.
given LA's topography, it's very plausible that a lion, minus the city of LA, could survive quite well in that environment. It's very similar to the Serengeti Plains, minus the rain.
And all the celebrities.
All right, New York at Dallas. Dallas by 45.
Yeah, I'm not going to use logic on this one because technically speaking, the Giant would stomp on the Cowboy, but we all know that ain't fucking happening.
Yeah, this,
Cowboys by
Especially not
35.
this is gonna
Especially
be
not with fucking Syracuse legend Tommy DeVito at the helm.
this is a cowboy with a particularly nasty shotgun.
A blunderbuss, if you will.
Yeah, a blunderbuss with mini nukes. Commanders at the Seahawks. This is a sneaky game.
Nope, I'm taking the beach chickens.
Oh yeah, me too, because Seattle's a shit place to play. And we all know how I feel about cross-country games.
Yeah, give me the Hawks. What?
I did the wee snocks. which is way funnier than I thought it was going to be once I wrote it down. Jets at the Raiders.
The Jets.
All right. So I think the thing is with this one.
You hear me? Yeah, I can't wait.
So
I can.
if
Next.
a Raider saw a Jet, he would freak out because those are pirates.
Raiders are not pirates, but go on.
What the fuck are the Raiders supposed to be?
Raiders would be fucking raiders. Like pirates didn't raid land.
Oh.
Like I, at least in my opinion.
I just always associate eye patches with pirates.
Yeah, but I think that they're
Pirates,
supposed
yeah.
to. I think they're more assimilated with like.
Great value Viking.
Yeah,
Mm,
but I don't know because they have the
Yeah.
cross swords. So like, I don't even fucking know. I don't think the Raiders really know what they are.
they're swashbucklers.
Yeah, but fuck, man.
That's a fun word.
Open image and new tab.
Either way, I think one would still have a panic attack if it saw a jet. So I'm gonna go with the Jets.
Those are 100% pirate swords.
Yeah, those are definitely cutlasses. Yeah, all right.
Queer ass, if you will.
A cuirass?
Yeah.
Yes, a queer ass.
It is not. Those are not cuirasses. They're cutlasses.
So here we go. Here's my logic. Okay.
The wee snocks.
It's so late at night. The worst part is James has no fucking idea how funny it is because he can't click on the stream because then he sounds like fucking RoboCop. I'm totally posting the Seahawks logo with their letterhead written as Wee Snocks. That's happening.
And change their fucking logo to that fucking seahorse.
Yes. Okay. James, you were saying?
Okay. So the Raiders play in Las Vegas, right?
Correct. Yep.
There ain't a single fucking pirate, buckler, cutlass, whatever you want to fucking call it. There ain't a damn one in Vegas. There is a lot of private jets because there's a lot of rich people. So give me the Jets.
Okay. There's a full-on like pirate show in one of the things.
Or pretend, Travis. Do you believe everything you read on the internet? Those aren't real pirates. Those are real jets landing at the airport.
Broncos at the Bills. A Buffalo's beating everybody's ass, so I don't care.
Yeah, a buffalo is taking down a horse.
Yeah, easily.
Like, obviously, like if they're forced to fight.
Unless it's in the Super Bowl, and the
They
Bills
never-
couldn't beat anybody.
Well,
But
they never fought a horse in the Super Bowl. They're both in the AFC.
No, they lost to a giant though.
That's plausible.
you can see that.
They lost to the Giants and they lost to their longtime nemesis. Did they lose to the Redskins? I think they did, right?
Yes, they
Yeah,
did.
so they lost to
They
their
did.
longtime nemesis, Native Americans.
I'm pretty sure it was all the NFC East.
Yeah, they lost to the Cowboys twice, the Giants, and the Redskins.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. So they literally, minus the Giants, they literally lost to the human caricatures of who their actual fucking like hunters are. Cowboys and Indians.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's actually fucking hilarious. Okay, anyway, so my rant about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers logo, please. Give me
Hold on.
Holding.
Coming to you live from a studio, not in Tampa. Trav versus Tampa, round 3.
That's not versus Tampa.
Like,
okay, I
it's
actually
Trav versus Tampa.
I actually take exception to both of these logos. The first thing, the Buccaneers logo and the Buccaneers environment, everything about them is based on pirates. Buccaneers were not pirates. Buccaneers are buccaneers. I don't. People who don't understand the difference. A buccaneer is commissioned by the king. It has a crown. It has a commission by the crown to go fight pirates. So they are trying to embody the very thing that they are against. If they wanted to be buccaneers, they should present themselves as said buccaneers. So going with the skull and crossbones style logo, historically inaccurate, also ethically inaccurate. It's not what they were. Secondly, they have a secondary logo, which is closer to a buccaneer, the 1976 logo. However,
I was going to say, that's not their secondary logo. That's the throwback logo.
right. However,
Same thing though.
that, my friends, is a cavalier. That is not a buccaneer.
That is a
It
Cavalier.
is a cavalier. So they tried twice, failed twice,
Failed twice.
which is the perpetual story of the city of Tampa Bay. And it is shocking to me. It is shocking to me that they failed at the Buccaneers situation, given that they have a fucking weekend-long party called Gasparilla, which is based off of Gasparilla Island, which was a stronghold for, yup, you motherfucking guessed it, pirates.
Pirates.
So they got the pirate history wrong in a town that was founded and created by pirates and only has relevance because of the history of pirates, and they fucked it up. It is a profound. It is a case study for idiocracy. It is amazing, and they just cheer because they don't care about the semantics of the situation.
So again, this isn't Trav versus Tampa, but
This isn't, no.
continually shitting on Tampa.
I
You know where I want to go?
they could just step it up.
I want to go to Gullah Gullah Island.
Okay.
What?
And let's play together in
So
bright shiny weather. Let's all go to Gullah Gullah Island.
I'm gonna mute you.
Gullah Gullah.
Yeah.
Binya Binya. Okay, I'm done.
Anyways, so yeah, so that's my Buccaneers rant. I mean, if they could get their fucking shit together, their own history, it'd be fucking cool. They even dress up like pirates when they're at the fucking. Like, just call yourself the Pirates.
Right.
Why are you?
You'd be
Tampa Bay
better off.
Pirates.
Right, it's fine. You can be the Tampa Bay Pirates. It's okay. Don't call yourself the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
And then put yourself as either a pirate or a cavalier. Like you just who did this? It's like it would be like me being creating a team and calling myself like, for instance, the Jaguars, but then my logo is a fucking cheetah. Just because the cat has fucking spots doesn't mean it's a fucking jaguar.
Or like if you were the Watertown Cyclones and your
A twister?
logo was the eye of a
Hurricane.
hurricane.
Well, a cyclone is a hurricane. But
Technically.
our logo was a literal twister. A tornado.
It was a tornado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where they're incorrect. If they had done the eye of a hurricane, they'd be correct. So you were on the right path, just wrong execution.
Fair.
So I'm gonna
Just like Tampa Bay.
I'm gonna give you a 3. Because
It'd be more like if they called us the Cyclones and we put up a fucking monsoon.
yeah, just rain.
Right.
Yeah. Like kind of right, because it is a large storm with lots of rain, but still wrong.
Still wrong.
Either way. Get it together.
Anywho,
That's my
it's-
rant. That's my Tampa rant.
I'll allow it.
Thank you. Semantics matter in professional sports, man.
They do.
Yeah, it's gonna be your fucking identity. Fucking pull up Raymond James real out there. Like, look at this shit. That's a pirate. It has a skull on the ship. That's a pirate. I'm gonna get upset.
All
Gonna?
right, then let's call it.
Yeah. we're gonna call it there.
We're gonna call it.
What did you learn today, boys?
I learned that a buccaneer is not a pirate.
You didn't know that?
I didn't either.
I
To
feel
be
like
fair.
I feel like I did, but at the same time, I didn't realize it was that big of a difference. Oh, this says a buccaneer was a pirate.
Buccaneers were pirates who operated in the Spanish Main during the late 17th century. They are not a person who engaged in offshore robbery.
Kick-started the golden age of pirates.
Yeah, but they're not the same. Pirates,
All right.
privateers, of course. Anyways, yeah. So, anyways, that whole rant could have been totally wrong.
It might have been.
It might be.
It might just be that you hate Tampa.
Oh no!
I've known
I'm
that.
actually. This is where it's this right here. This is where I'm coming from. So it was interchangeable between buccaneer and privateer back in the day when Henry Morgan was around, and so that's the buccaneer I'm basing it off of. They might be very well basing it off of the historical buccaneer, which is the original pirate. So if that's the case, forget all that, Tampa. Sorry I said anything.
They were still off on the Cavalier.
Yeah, no, definitely that logo was incorrect, but other than that, I might be eating some humble pie. But either way, so yeah, that's a cool thing to learn. Nico, what'd you learn today?
Sorry, it's getting really chippy between Colorado and New Jersey right now. And I'm way more focused on that. I don't know. I don't really have anything for this.
Okay. I'm gonna do my we were discussing the difference between a raider and a pirate, and that's what I just learned. So the noted differences between pirates and raiders are pirates principally active on the water and seas in lead attacks from those locations, whereas raiders are more associated from attacking from, not on the water. So if you attack from the water onto land, you are a raider. If you attack boat to boat, you are a pirate.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought raiders mostly attacked in prisons, but that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
Well, the Oakland Raiders thing, like you sign with them, and then within before your rookie contract's up, you have to collect at least 3 felonies. Yeah.
Jesus Christ! All right, that's it.
Yeah. Looking at you, Speed Demon Henry Ruggs.
Thank you so much for participating today, James. You really made it a home run of a podcast. As usual, guys, thank you for hanging out. Follow us on all of our social medias at Short Fat Bald Pod on everything. We also have a secondary podcast that just launched called Upstate Blue Shirts. It's a New York Rangers podcast. It is out Mondays and Thursdays, covering the Rangers throughout the season. And there may be some more Dojo podcasts in the pipeline as we kind of get our rhythm and things and get a studio set up and have fun. So
I can actually make it to the recording of the Blue Shirts podcast this week.
Yeah. Nico's supposed to be there, but he has missed 2 episodes so far. So,
well, you recorded the first one solo.
Yes.
You did say you wanted to do that solo.
Yes.
And the second one, I just fell asleep.
Drunk.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah. No, don't even try and argue that. Just an update, actually. The studio is getting put together this weekend. So hopefully we will be coming
be
at
there,
you
right,
soon
Jeff?
with some video. And
yeah, it should be.
Okay, we're starting at 8 in the morning, apparently.
I will not be there at that time.
Who said that?
You did.
No, I didn't.
You definitely told me a time.
That early.
Yeah, I'm not starting that early.
I definitely didn't put a time on it yet because I was talking. I haven't even told Kyle the time yet.
Anyways, once we get that going,
the studio's being built.
And
then once that gets put together and painted and good to go, we're gonna start putting video out, and we're going to do. I think we agreed the first recording we do in there is going to be our
specialty.
Unhinged
Yep.
special. You do not want to miss that. Just looking at some of the ideas we've come up with, this is going to be.
Oh, I added a new one today.
Unhinged. Oh, did you?
Yeah, a new question.
Also, speaking of that, any questions you guys have that you want answered, anything you want to see us yell at each other about, feel free to drop a comment.
Yep. It'll be like an open AMA.
If you text us.
Mhm.
You know, send me a letter pigeon. I mean,
A carrier
do
pigeon?
what you got to
Pigeon?
do. Carrier pigeon, letter pigeon, be a different principle. But the idea is just let us know what you want to hear us talk about, and it doesn't have to be sports related
Nope.
because this one is not going to be, and it is going to be unhinged.
Mess.
As someone who has spent time with us three and heard some of the shit that we talk about,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
gonna be
also,
wild.
you have time, probably another couple weeks or so. Be sure to, if you want to be there when we go live, once we start going live, be sure to follow us on YouTube. Both of the podcasts are regularly launched on YouTube, and then you'll be able to get the alert if you subscribe and hit the bell. You'll be able to get the alert when we do go live for the first time, and then be able to chat with us in real time. That kind of fun stuff once we get that up and running. So just be ahead of the curve there, and we will catch you guys then. Is there anything else you guys want to say?
We snocks.
We Snox. Go Seattle Snox.
It's not.
Catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Arrivederci.
Begging to be free.